is Ange, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a complete spoiler reading vlog of Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is book number 3 in the Throne of Glass series. I actually did start this. I only read one chapter, so it's not like as cheaty because I didn't do my intro first and show like first reactions, but whatever, we're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that I didn't read. I literally couldn't have even made a dent in it, so whatever. Anyway, I read Crown of Midnight. I finished it a few days ago, so at the end of that book, if you know, you know. Like, I had to pick it up immediately and know what happens next. I am completely into it now. So, Heir of Fire is book number 3, and this one says, the heir of ash and fire bows to no one. Selena Sardouthian has survived deadly contests and shattering heartbreak, but now she must travel to a new land to confront her darkest truth. That truth could change her life and her future forever. Meanwhile, monstrous forces are gathering on the horizon, intent on enslaving her world. To defeat them, Selena will need the strength not only to fight the evil that is about to be unleashed, but also to harness her inner demons. If she is to win this battle, she must find the courage to face her destiny and burn brighter than ever before. I'm really excited for this one because it's, again, like just the continuation of it. Happy we're like getting to like the storyline now. Like, not that there wasn't things going on in the first one, but I just feel like it was more like setting it up. So Crown of Midnight I read very quickly once I like got to, I think it was like chapter like 6 to 8 or something like that when the story like truly started. So I'm excited to continue this, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to love it. So let's go, let's read, and let's get into it and continue this series. So we've been introduced to a new character. It's Rowan, the Fae guy who came into like the alleyway and was like, you. So she's just like going with him, and he's Fae, and she thinks his other part is Wolf. We heard about Galen, how do you say his name? I don't think it's probably Galen, right? Galen Ashriver. We're very like not far into it. Literally, that was chapter 2. So yeah, I don't know, just that we have a new character. Okay, so let's chat about everything that's happened so far since the last time that I spoke. So I'm not too crazy far in. I'm on chapter 11, which is like kind of nothing. I have my notes over here on everything that's happened so far. So we went over Rowan and like who he was. So technically he's like a distant cousin of Selena, or at this point Aylin. I'm still gonna call her Selena until she starts going by Aylin or Eileen or whatever her name is. We also met Adian Ashriver. He is the general for the king, but he's also Selena's cousin. So her name is Aylin Ashriver Goliathus, something like that. He works for the king, so he's a general for the king. So far, like, jumping a little bit ahead, Kale does not like him. He's like a troublemaker or whatever. He's like weird, and he looks just like Selena, so I don't know how everyone didn't like make that connection. But Kale, and it looks like Dorian. We didn't really speak with Dorian yet, but Kale is making that connection, and then, well, obviously he knows who she is or whatever. Anyway, Dorian didn't make that connection yet, but he kind of like was looking at him weird, like, your eyes are really similar, that kind of thing. Then we also met Manon Blackbeak. She is the heir to the Blackbeak witch clan, and then she's part of like the 13, which later we found out the grandmother, so the oldest person of the Blackbeak witch clan, said like, hey, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go help the king. He needs aerial cavalry riders, so we're going to go do that for him, and when we're done serving him, he's gonna give us the wyverns, which are basically like, I'm assuming like brooms. Let's look it up because they don't have their iron. Wyverns. It's a mythical creature. It's literally, wow. Okay. Okay, the cover is making sense. Here I am thinking that it was a broom. It's not a broom. It is in fact a dragon. So insert that picture right here. In fact, a dragon-like creature with 2 legs, 2 wings, and sometimes a pointed tail. Wow. I was very wrong. Here I am like, it's just a crappy broom. No, it is in fact a dragon. So he's going to give them then when they're done serving him. Kale also went back, or is going back to where he's from to be the heir to that place whose name I'm forgetting right now. And then that was his price for Selena to be safe. That was said like earlier on, so my note kind of makes no sense and now I don't remember what's happening. We also met Sorsha, I think is her name. She's the healer of the South Wing. I also want to give her a hug because she's so in love with the prince and I just want to be like, I love you so much, you're so cute. So she knows like everything. But I just want to give her like a hug. Like I feel like I hope that she stays around. Like I think she's gonna be important. And then my last note is I need a family tree because I am very confused because fantasy books get a little bit difficult for me. But I'm trying my best. We're doing our best here. But I refuse to look up a family tree because I am so scared to ruin it for myself. But I really could benefit from a family tree right now. That's how this is going today. Can we talk about the field that she had to go through? That this random figure popped out and like made her go through all of her bad memories. Like, is that not the scariest thing in like that you've ever heard of? Bye. Nope. That would have been it for me. I would have had to end it. I wouldn't have been able to do it. No. No. And then Rowan's like, what was that? What do you mean? What was that? You don't know what that was? No. End it. Done. No. No. With Kale always getting snatched, but guess what happened to Kale again? He got snatched. So you remember in the last book how he was in like the rebel, like what I'm picturing is like this giant warehouse. So he's back there again because he was following that guy, the general who's Selena or Aylin's cousin, and he's about to like really hurt him and he's like, Aylin's alive, and he's like, what? So he like refused to talk to anybody except for Adian to like tell him the story, or again, whatever his name is. And he's telling him like the whole story on like Selena is Aylin and blah 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 and whatever. And now, yeah, like he knows, but there's a lot going on. I'm 20 chapters in. Decent way through so far. Really loving it. We are seeing a lot about the witch clan. Is it Blackbeak clan? We're seeing a lot about them and how they're riders and whatever, and like getting on their little dragon people. So yeah, that's just a general update on how it's going so far. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'll update at some point whenever I get to something super interesting. So it's been a little bit since I picked up the camera. I've kind of just been reading and not really talking or recording myself just because I haven't been by my camera and whatever. So I do have a separating line here to say like last thing that I said. So let's just go through these real quick. So Manon, the Blackbeak witch, wanted Titus as her dragon, but the bait beast ends up being hers because Iskra, another girl from a different witch clan, pushed her into the ring, and then the bait beast like stuck up for her against Titus when Titus tried to eat her. So then now this bait beast, who I forget the name that she named it, but it like has this great meaning to it, and that's now like hers, and everyone's like, no, that's not gonna work because we didn't train this one to be like Titus and whatever. So Adian, the cousin, Selena's cousin, thinks Dorian should stand up and fight with them because of his magic, but Kale literally doesn't want him involved at all. And then everything that's going on with Kale, so he's been talking to Sorsha, I think is her name, however you say it, a lot, and he ends up kissing her. I was like, oh, that's the last note I have about them. Also, I know that Rowan and Selena are like somewhat distant cousins or something like that, but like, why do I kind of think that they're gonna end up together? I really hope that they don't, because I don't really want them together, but I kind of feel like that's the path that we're heading down. Like the way they're like smiling at each other and this, like that enemies to lovers kind of thing. I'm gonna be mad, but I feel like they're going to end up together. I know everybody talks about Rowan, so maybe I'll end up liking him, but I don't know. We're kind of all over the place. No one has actually gotten like all together yet. You have like Kale, Adian, and Kale and Adian, however you say his name, over here. Then you have like Sorsha like trying to help Dorian conceal his magic over here, and then you have Manon with her all the witch clans over here, and then you have Selena and Rowan like over here. Like, so everyone's kind of like all over the place, and I'm about halfway through, so I feel like it's all starting to come back. Also, Rowan and Selena are trying to figure out this creature thing that is draining blood from, I think the last one was half a demi-fae, but I don't know where we're at with that and how that's going to go. I think that they were saying that it's the same creature that was giving her like the nightmares, like that's what they think it is, but who knows. That's kind of where we are. We're just like roughly in the middle of the book, and hopefully by the end like it's all gonna come down. But Dorian does know, I think Dorian knows that Selena's Aileen, however, Aylin, whatever her name is. It's going great. It's going great. I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it. I wanted to stop reading and just kind of fill everybody in on everything that is going on. So I'm going to read, and then I'm going to go hang out with Jess and Cameron right now. And then I'm going to read for a little bit, hopefully make a bigger dent in it and finish it pretty soon. So let's get reading. EMRYS, the guy in the kitchen. So he said to Rowan, like after Rowan basically just like yelled at Selena, was like, what did you do to her to make her come in here with such emptiness in her eyes? And he's like, that's none of your concern, whatever. And he's like, he'd said about how Evelyn Ashriver was his friend, like the minute you brought her in here, like I knew that was her daughter kind of thing, and that all of us who were here 25 years ago recognized her for what she is. And just that he knows who she really is. And I was like, whoa. Like, multiple people there know, but aren't saying or doing anything about it. We know something's about to happen, or like, again, I'm almost on part 2, so we're like halfway through. It's all gonna come together because it's getting so hectic everywhere that everybody is, so it's like it's all gonna come together pretty soon. We've hit part 2, and I'm nervous. So part 1 was Heir of Ash. Now part 2 is Heir of Fire. So I'm scared because that's the name of the book. So feeling something crazy is about to happen. I said earlier on, I believe it was in this video, that I thought that Rowan and Selena weren't gonna get together, even though, like, we're introducing this new character, because, like, they're technically family of some sort, but I think I was wrong on that. I don't think that they're actually family. I don't know. I'm confused. Like I said, I need a family tree diagram, but I don't want to ruin anything for myself, so I'm not gonna look that up, but I really want to. But now I have a feeling that they are in fact going to get together, because Rowan is talking about how his tattoos are the story of how he failed his mate when she was pregnant and whatever, and she got killed, and it's because he wasn't there to protect her. So after he told Selena the story, the last line was, "And somewhere far and deep inside her an ember began to glow," and I was like, oh, okay. So we have this much left of the book. I have 2 days left in the month of July, and I'm trying so hard to finish this, but I don't know. Tomorrow I am going to, this should be up after that vlog, so I'll say it. I am going to Jennifer Lynn Barnes' book signing tomorrow, so I don't know how much time I'll have to read, and then Wednesday I'm leaving for a concert, so don't know how much time I'll have to read, but this needs to get done, so let's hustle, let's keep going. Three, like, black stone towers, one at the castle right now, one in Knoll, and then the other one in Amaroth, so it makes a equilateral triangle, so that must be what is stopping the magic, like, that must be their path or something like that, is kind of what I'm thinking is going on. So Cale originally really wanted to keep Dorian out of everything, but unfortunately he's saying, like, he needs Dorian. He needs him to help figure all this craziness out. So it's gonna involve Dorian now. I've been reading this for like roughly 3 weeks now. I don't know what is taking me so long to get through it. I love it. Like, I really am loving how deep we are into the story, but it's really, like, dragging for me and taking me forever to pick it up and read it and get back into it, but I love it. Like, somebody please explain to me. I think I'm starting to slump out, and I'm scared because I don't want to slump out, but this is taking me so long, and it's not like it's so much bigger than all the other books that I've ever read. Like, I've definitely read books of this size before, so I don't know what my issue is, but just a quick kind of update. I'm on chapter 41, page 350-ish? Yeah, like 350. And thoughts so far, again, like I said before, I am absolutely loving it. It's just taking me a while to get through. I'm trying to finish it this weekend. I was not able to finish this in the month of July, so I am making it my priority to finish this as the first book in August. I refuse to not. I really think that Selena and Rowan are going to get together. Don't know how I feel about that. I know a lot of people talk about Rowan. I do try and keep myself out of spoilers as much as I can. However, I know that I've heard his name before, so I'm scared. That's pretty much it. Just that everyone is kind of like all over the place while we're setting up for what's to come. I don't really know how to explain everything that's happening. It's just like Dorian and Sorsha are like a thing now. Cale is like back and forth on how he's doing. Selena is definitely going to end up with Rowan. Again, very mixed feelings on that, but that's how that's going. A little bit more than 200 pages left. We're like right there, so I think that if I just sit down and read it, I can get it done. So we have this much left. I don't know what's taking me so long, but I'm really just going to try and get through it this weekend. just having her train by basically like using how she's scared to hurt other people with her messing with the bonfires as people are like hanging out and dancing near them. But apparently she's growing, like she's learning to harness and control her power, so that's good. I actually love that they're opposites. I think that that's really interesting. How he's able to control the water and she's able to control fire. Like, it's very, very interesting. It makes me think even more that they're meant to be together. So I'm scared, but we'll see. Not the "who did this to you" trope. When Rowan saw her back. The "who did this to you" trope, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, they're gonna end up together. I have no other words. I started this chapter out feeling a lot differently, like having an inkling that they were gonna end up together, but I truly now think that they're going to.
What's your bookmark?
Akatar. I know. You.
Is it Reese? Oh, this is the one I was like gonna ask you.
Yeah. Where's the zoom on this one?
I'm making her read, everybody. I'm making her read.
Can I show you?
Don't do anything. Sure. I'm making her read.
I've been trying to read, right? Like, I've mentioned this a couple
You have not tried.
Times.
She hasn't tried.
No.
She said she was going to read. She picked up the book and put her phone on top of it, and then she put a word search book, so I had to take her phone away.
We're supposed to be having reading sprints. I don't know if the timer's on.
We should actually try to do them.
The timer's on. I was trying to read it.
Should do like a 30-minute sprint.
We should try. I don't know.
I think I could do it once I actually like start.
Let me give you a quick update though on what I've been reading. So let me pull up Notion. Wrong one. Throwing a Glass reading vlog.
This is not part of a book club video, but I'm reading Powerless. On chapter 11.
This isn't too much of a spoiler, so I'm okay to read it in front of them. But
just
Rowan,
one more page, Ange.
Rowan keeping her in his room when she burned herself out. I was like, we know that they're gonna get together, but I'm not happy about it. We all know this. I say this literally every time I pick up this camera, that I'm not happy about these two.
Rowan and what's her name?
Yeah, not happy.
Oh, Rowan is her name? That's a girl?
No, somebody else.
So who's the boy, Rowan?
As of right now, yeah.
And then who's the girl?
It's Selena.
Oh, that's the main character.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're really gonna get together or not. That's just me thinking that possibly. But I don't know. I'm reading while we're waiting for the brownies.
I thought she got together with Dorian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what everybody says. I've never read it.
Everyone loves him, but he's like a big character. I don't know. We're reading, so.
Once the brownies come out, we'll put a timer on.
And then I'll read.
I like to do them when people are live.
Like on TikTok?
Yeah, and then you like do it.
Maybe I should go live on TikTok and do reading sprints.
See if anybody joins it.
Or do you think anyone would join my reading sprint? Hold on, we're gonna take a picture from my Bookstagram, guys. Behind the scenes.
Do you want some light?
Cute, I like it. Look at it. Isn't that cute?
Yes.
Is that
Major flex.
Is that the vibes?
Jess is here too, guys.
Hi. Well, this is my house.
Baking. Oh yeah. Besides that, Jess is baking for us because we said we wanted something scrumptious, and
Cam goes, "You want to make those brownies again?"
Then I offered to help, but that did not get up.
She did, and I said,
"We were talking about doing reading sprints, so Ange has to finish Heir of Fire by tonight. She can't leave unless she finishes
That's
it."
a lot.
382. I'm on 382.
You got a lot. You have like 200 something pages.
She can make it.
562.
200 pages.
Hey, if you wanted to, if he wanted to, he would.
180 pages.
Okay.
It's not terrible. If you really think about it, it's really not that bad.
No,
Like,
I
was just
probably
kidding,
could do it. It's just the fact that it's 9 o'clock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I remember when it was 7 o'clock and we were like, holy crap, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and we haven't done anything since then.
We should have crossed.
We literally watched Misery, and then ate popcorn and ate surf taco, and then
Now we're gonna eat.
and now we're gonna eat brownies. Maybe I'll pick up when something's actually happening. But as of right now, Cameron's like, "Peace, good night."
Forced to read.
Hello.
I'm not having fun.
I'm scared for my life, honestly.
I was spread across
And
the entire
I'm
couch.
not scared about the couch. I'm scared that Angie's gonna kick me in the throat.
I don't know where I was.
She doesn't know because I think she's reading it, but the words are just not connecting.
No, you know, like they're like floating up and out of the page. They're like, ah. I'm in rare form today.
They're just evaporating. Hey, I bet
so
you would
much.
read it if it was in word search form. They were not with hearts, her grandmother said. They all had been told that obedience, discipline, brutality, all were things that were supposed to be cherished. Asterin's eyes were bright, stunningly bright, and she nodded once at Manon. And it was the same feeling she'd gotten when Iskra whipped Abracox.
I was trying to make it my goal to finish Heir of Fire this weekend. Unfortunately, that just wasn't happening. So today I went to the beach and I downloaded Heir of Fire, even though I had to pay for it, on my Kindle so I could get a little bit of reading done. Unfortunately, that also did not work out in my favor. I did not read all that much. I am on chapter 51. I am 75% of the way through. I am determined to finish it this week. I'm going to finish this chapter tonight and then I'm probably done with it for the night. However, two notes. One, the king had all the slaves in Calcola and Andover, if that's how you pronounce it, all of them killed. So that is so upsetting. It actually, like, so depressing. So that happened. Very, very upset about that one. And then I 112% think that Rowan and Selena are going to get together. Like, she keeps talking to him about mating bonds and this and that. Like, I'm like, oh, you're gonna get together. But, and then on the other hand, she's also saying to him how she's telling him, like, so much more than she's ever told anybody before. And I don't know if it's because he actually, like, knows who she truly is. But she was like, oh, I'll follow you to the end of the earth. Or she said something like that. Like, I'll follow you until the very end. And I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy. And then they're hunting down, like, these things that the king is making, the same thing that was in the library in Crown of Midnight, and it, like, pulls at your mind and gets all the bad memories, and you're like, you just want it to end. And she was able to get one of them killed, so they have also been chasing down these. That's pretty much how we're going. Again, chapter 51. I'm going to finish this chapter. I'm going to try and read on my Kindle, see if I can get through it a little bit faster. I want to finish this within the next few days because I have to read the book club read. And I kind of just feel like this one is dragging on for some reason, but it's so good, so I don't know why. But anyway, we're going to read for a little bit longer. I can honestly, like, I could feel how strongly Selena feels about the people of Andover and Calcola, because just the way that she's willing to fight against these people right now, not even people, things, whatever the heck they are, that you feel it. Like, wow, that was strong. That was a strong chapter. I can't finish this right now, so I'm gonna have to stop right before chapter 55. Did she just basically beat the princes, the, like, ones that are twisting her memories like that? Like, is that what that just was, the end of the chapter? And is like, and then she grabbed Aileen's hand, so because she's, like, imagining her, and it's like, and then she rose. And I was like, she beat it. she's great. Obviously, she's not gonna get she's not gonna die from that. So, who knows? I'm pretty sure that she just basically beat them at their own mind game. I am sitting down. I am absolutely determined to finish this book right here and right now. I have roughly 150 pages left. Not that much. So I could totally do that in no time. So we're gonna sit here, we're gonna read for a little bit. A couple of notes from what I have read so far but have not updated you. So 2 things. The flashback to when the king met Selena for the first time and he kept staring at her, and then like he knew what was going on. And then her magic flared because the king forced it out. When they were sitting at that dinner, she kept talking about, I think it was this little worm that was in her head and in her brain. That was totally 100% him. And then also just chapter 54 in general, the entire flashback of the night, I just wanted to cry. It made me so upset to see how that all went down. Rowan is saying that they're bonded and that's how he knew that she was alive. So gonna cry. And then a little bit later he goes, where is it? I claim you to Aelin Galathianus, however you say her name. That would have been a much better delivery of that line had I actually known how to pronounce it. But what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. She has incinerated the Valj princes and also Narok, however you pronounce that, Narrok, and then the 3 Valj princes. There was 3 of them, right? Yeah, I think there was 3. And then they're wearing the Wordstone collars. Oh my gosh, so she basically, literally, she incinerated them. That's amazing. Oh, Murtaugh, that's how you pronounce it? Just came running in and was the city swarming with the news. People are in the streets. Aelin was there in the Cambrian mountains and part of the host that met them in the battle. They're saying she's been hiding in Doranel all the time. Alive. Okay, so the news about her has spread about how she killed those princes, which is absolutely crazy, and now she's just making her comeback. Torian's father is absolutely pissed. I mean, given, of course he is. So he's just executing people left and right because he's mad, and they keep asking him to calm down. Dorian might have found it funny, so typically Selena to make such a flamboyant return. Had he not been utterly petrified. Yeah, well, she does that. Next book. So actually, I'm reading Assassin's Blade next, which I believe is technically a prequel. So the book after that, this is making me think that this is going to be all about a unity between Dorian and Selena/Aelin. He says, when Selena got back, when she returned as she'd sworn she would, then they would set about changing the world together. Because they're both technically rulers. So, after, he's the heir to the throne for the king, so... And then she's the heir, so I think that they can literally change the world together. This would be amazing. I have a comment about Rowan and Selena. Aren't they related? Or am I wrong? Someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they're distant cousins of some sort because they both have Mabs or Maeve's blood. I'm pretty sure that they're related somehow, some way, so I'm very, very confused. But I mean, go get it, I guess. I don't know what, really weird. But given he's thousands of years old, but still he's still your blood. So I'm confused. But I mean, like I said, get it, I guess. She was as much a queen as Maeve. She was a sovereign. Sorry guys, I can't pronounce anything. Of a strong people and a mighty kingdom. She was the heir of ash and fire, and she would bow to no one. If that's not one of the most, the strongest sentences that I've ever read, that's insane. I love that. She was the heir of ash and fire, and she would bow to no one. Let's snap, let's clap, let's hold the page, and let's clap for that. Yes, let's go, Selena, Aelin, Galathius, something with your long name that I cannot pronounce, go you. Very proud. Selena has so much power over her magic now, setting the entire place on fire without hurting or burning anybody or killing anybody, because the queen is she technically the queen? I think she's Queen Maeve. Anyway, Maeve, who has this blood oath with Rowan and these other guys, are like, Selena wouldn't answer something. So she had these other guys whip Rowan until she said something. And she was like, nah, we're not doing that. And she literally set the whole place on fire. I love that for her. She has so much control, like literal chills every time I'm reading about how much she's growing. It's insane. Then she trades this ring that would have been Maeve's ring for her to release Rowan from his blood oath. And then he turns around and eats his blood oath with Selena. It's like, okay, sure, like, get it, I guess. But, like, from one blood oath to the other, I guess, is how we're doing things. And he did it in front of everybody on purpose so that Selena could not try and talk him out of it. Woohoo, it's time for the war games. Let's get comfy. We are back to Man in Blackbeak, the Iron Teeth clans. That was intense because Manon ended up saving the Blue Blood Witch when her wyvern went down, and then her grandmother whipped her for not whipped her. She like beat her for that. It was like, you're not supposed to have feelings. Like, why would you do that? That was an embarrassment. It showed lack of discipline and all those things. But she actually like felt something, which is weird because they're not supposed to have these kinds of feelings. They're supposed to be very like just cold-hearted, like you kill, you do what you do, like that's it. So that's kind of weird. But then she also won Wing Leader, which makes me feel like I can't speak, but she won Wing Leader, so that's really cool. But still, yeah, I don't know, she's starting to feel things, which is weird because she's not supposed to be doing that. So they were setting up plans to get Sorsha and Dorian out of the castle, and then the king had Aedion summoned, again, names, I can't do him, summoned to his chambers when he summoned Kale. So Aedion was already in there, and then Kale came in, and it's like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, ah, and then Dorian heard that Kale got called to his chambers and ran to go find Sorsha. He was like, oh great, you're alive, you're alone. And then all of a sudden someone comes to the door. It's like, the king wants you in his chambers. So now they're in the chambers. So now I'm scared. The king wants you both in his chambers immediately. How about no? I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. I'm so scared. We're sitting out for this one. Also, I think that this is going to be very intense, so I'm recording this, like, majority of this chapter because I don't want to miss anything. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. They have a sword on the back of Sorsha's neck. I am scared. Something bad is going to happen. I can feel it. Oh no. No, 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 no. These guards that are doing this to them are not Kale's guards, so they are different. I don't know if they have this, like, control over them. Do they have they're the same people that were following Ren in the alley. Aedion, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like totally saying like, it's all me. You want to know why the captain and I were meeting? It was because your stupid bastard of a boy captain figured out that I've been working with one of the rebels and blackmailing information out of me for months. And now Dorian is like, okay, well, he confessed, so let her go. And the king's like, why would I release the true traitor in this castle? Is she a spy? What did she do? Such interesting letters you sent to your friend. Why, I might not have even read them if you hadn't left one in the rubbish for your superior to find. See, you rebels have your spies and I have mine. And as soon as you decided to start using my son, how many of his movements did you report to your rebel friend? What secrets of mine have you given away over the years? I'm gonna cry. She began shaking her head, trying to find the words to tell him she hadn't betrayed him, not her prince, the king, yes. She had reported his movements for years in each carefully written letter to her friend, but never Dorian. I'm so scared. Please don't do anything. Dorian is literally pleading for her. Name your price, ask it of me, but let her go. Exile her, banish her, anything, say it, and it'll be done. Then he looked again at his son on his knees before the throne, on his knees for her, and said no. Oh my god, stop, stop, stop. Kale thought he had not heard it, the word that cleaved through the air just before the guard's sword did. One blow from the mighty sword, that was all it took to sever Sorsha's head. I'm done. I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to read it anymore. The scream that erupted out of Dorian was the worst sound that Kale had ever heard. Worse even than the wet, heavy thud of her head hitting the red marble. I hope Dorian gets his father back so good for this because, oh my god, I really loved them. I will not serve you a moment longer. There is one true king in this room. There always has been, and he is not sitting on the throne. Dorian stiffened. Yes. Yes, Kale. Yes. There is a queen in the north, and she has already beaten you once. She will beat you again and again, because when she represents what your son represents is what you fear most, hope. You cannot break it, no matter how many you murder. The king shrugged. Perhaps, but maybe I could start with you. He flicked his fingers at the guards. Kill him too. Then a crossbow snapped and... No, Kale's not gonna die. Kale's not gonna die. He realized that there were others in the room, hidden behind possibly thick shadows. It's time to visit. Oh my gosh, thank you. I was really worried there for a second that something was going to happen. He probably, like, maybe Dorian was going to get involved, like, physically, but not, like, his power came out. And I was worried that his power wasn't going to be able to come out because he's been taking those, like, elixirs or pills or whatever we're calling them with the iron to stop it. Okay, so great. Now the king knows that Dorian has powers. That's just amazing. That's gonna be great, but I guess it's better than Kale being dead, so we'll take what we can get here. When you come back, burn this place to the ground. Oh, don't you worry, Dorian, because Selena Aelin will do it. Oh my gosh. He did this, so now he's telling Kale, like, get out of here. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're switching to Aedian's point of view, because he has no idea this is all happening, because they, like, took him out in shackles, right? He's like, he did not mind dying, though he still wished he'd gotten a chance to see her just once. He didn't bother with prayers for himself or for the captain. The gods had not helped him these past 10 years, and they would not save him now. I hope he lives. I hope he can get out of here so he can see her, because, wow. He put the collar on Dorian. He's gonna, now that he knows he has all his power, like, imagine what he's going to do to him. Or use him for. Oh my god. Okay, now Kale's running away. Big surprise. Just running, because this man has no power. He's just here with a sword. Still love him, though. Oh, he got Fleetfoot, guys. Don't worry. The friend that Sorsha was sending letters to was Ren. Now it's just them. You and me will find a way to free them, both Aedian and your prince. Okay, so it's them against the world. Got it. This is really promising. Okay. Oh gosh. When it gets to stuff like this, like 67 and 68, like, you know that it's going to be insane. Because I think 68's... Oh my god, I'm almost done. Okay, let's record. Who is this cloaked man? Who is this man? What is going on? The madness. Oh my gosh. Okay, chapter 68, guys. There's only two. There's 2 pages. 2.5 pages. One. There's 4 pages. 4 pages. She's literally walking into a trap, trying to go back to Aderlin, or however you pronounce it, trying to pose, like, as Selena, saying, like, not as Aelin, because little does she know that the king literally knows who she is. So I'm so scared for the next book. Not really next book, the book after that, when the story continues from this point. Because again, Assassin's Blade, I believe, is a prequel, technically. So I can't. She lifted her face to the stars. She was Aelin Ashriver Galathianus, heir of 2 mighty bloodlines, protector of a once glorious people, and queen of Terrasen. She was Aelin Ashriver Galathianus, mouthful, and she would not be afraid. End of book. Ooh, ho. That was a lot to take in. Like, a lot to take in. However, I think I pretty much have my thoughts all together. So let's chit chat for a few minutes and then we're going to end this video. I thought that this book was honestly so much to unpack. However, it was amazing in every single sense. The characters, the new ones that we met, and being able to see their story, like Men in Blackbeak, and actually being able, like, to see the witches, meeting Adian, unfortunately, Sorsha is gone, but like, just all the Rowan. How can I forget Rowan? Seeing all of them and meeting all these new characters being introduced, like, so many people are coming together. Like, we have everybody over here, like Kale and Dorian, and now Kale and Ren are going to be on this mission to get Adian and Dorian out. And then you have Selena over here, and Rowan over here, and Manon's over here, and there's just so much going on. So, and also seeing the progression of the characters that we know and love. It's just so incredible to see Selena Aelin kind of go into her power and admit like who she is and what she wants and how she wants to save everybody. It's great. Like, I'm very, very happy that I'm truly, like, getting into this, because for a while there I was afraid that I wasn't going to continue. I knew I was going to pick it up eventually, but, you know, like, I'm talking about when I was reading Throne of Glass, the first book, and then it took me a while to get to Crown of Midnight. So, I am happy that I read this. Next is The Assassin's Blade, so I'm excited for that one. Yeah, this is a 5-star read. This one was absolutely incredible. I'm loving this series so far. Honestly, they have to say, I am loving this one, and I feel more connected, and it feels deeper, if that makes sense, than ACOTAR did for me. Personally, I am loving it. I'm so excited to see how everybody grows, and I'm excited for them to take the king down. Like, cannot wait for that. But those are my thoughts. We will see how I feel during Assassin's Blade. That'll be next. Throne of Glass reading vlog. Throne of Glass reading vlog number 4. So that ends this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And me and this series will see you all next time. Bye!